Wow, 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 wow. Who's feeling the energy so far? Who's feeling the energy? Who is feeling the energy? I want you to type me in the chat. I see, let me start calling out some areas. What I'm seeing here, I'm seeing South Trinidad and Tobago. I see Great Day, Houston, Texas. What's going on? I see Woodbrook, Trinidad. I see Houston, Texas again. I see St. Lucia. I see St. James. I see St. Vincent. I see good night, everyone. Stella, what's going on? MHS Guyana. All right. I see the me's, I see the me's, I see the me's. Yes, we're starting off with some strong energy this evening, right? We're starting off with some strong energy, right? If you're a guest on the call, welcome. What I would love for you to do is to post 111 in the chat if you're a guest. Now, if you're a guest, please post 111 so I know how to, kind of dumb it down and not go too advanced, right? If you're a guest, 111. Good night, Adasha. I hope I got it correct, right? All right, so I see we got a guest on the call. Ferguson, what's going on? What's going on? So we have one guest on the call. All right, new is still good, all right? Because what I'm gonna break down is more for just to give you guys a little walk through how you can actually start taking advantage of what we're doing, right? Marcia Durant says me. I'm not sure if the me was for the last message. I guess it was for the last message, right? So at least we have one or two really fairly new persons. Welcome to Connective. Welcome to the space of trading. I see you, Kishon. All right, guys, this is a space where the number one focus is on learning. All right, I would love for you guys to type learning in the chat. I want everyone to actually type learning in the chat. It's really geared towards learning. You see, I know a lot of persons who've been scammed. They've been scammed badly. Some persons have been scammed into the thousands. Some persons have been scammed into their network. They have been scammed. And the only reason they've been scammed is because of learning. This right there, what you're typing, because of that. Here why. The persons who learned a thing and they know how to do a thing, they take advantage of the persons that don't know how to do it. And because they don't know how to do it, and some persons, they have the capacity to learn, but they're just lazy. They decide, hey, I'm not going to learn this thing. I'm just going to give somebody else my money and pray for the best. But there are good actors and everything, and there's bad actors. And I just need you guys to understand that. Now, persons would shy away from network marketing because of bad things that they heard, because of their personality, they don't want to sell anything, and mainly because of bad actors. Bad actors have made it really bad, right? Now, the objective with this company is for you to learn the skill of investing, learn the skill of trading, all these things. However, we are not financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor, right? Let me stop being rude and say who I am, especially for the newer persons. My name is Kenton Jackson. I hail all the way from South Trinidad. Been in the space now of trading for the past 8 years. Been able to have a lot of success and also a lot of lessons. I've had more lessons than success, but I've made way more money than the lessons, like way more. And here's the funny thing, I've had more lessons than success. So let's just say if I had 10 wins, I had 40 lessons. But the objective is you want to have minimal lessons and massive results. Your wins need to be huge. And for you to get to that point, it's going to take a good couple of months, in some cases years, for you to get to that point. Like, I have not traded $100,000 US account as yet. I don't know how, when I get there, how I'm going to react, because trading with hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars is cool. But when you get to hundreds of thousands, it's a different ballgame. Meaning you could take a $10,000 loss in a day. I have not developed the muscle to take 10,000 as a loss yet. I'm just telling you straight up. I've developed the muscle to make it, but I've not developed the muscle to lose it. And that's how trading actually works. You want to develop the muscle. Look, like I was telling my wife Friday, I had a phenomenal week, guys. Right? My week was, I think I did this week, in my total trades this week, I think I do some crazy numbers, and my numbers are not going to be normal, just to let you guys know. I did like 15 wins, 2 losses. And it could be more wins. My wins is ridiculous because I understand something that I teach, and that is understanding that you need to have capital to handle swings. So a swing means that you could enter into the market right now for a sell and the market continue buying, and which means you're going to be in losses. But because of your bias that it's going to sell today, tonight, tomorrow, next week, it's going to sell. You know it's going to sell. You have enough money in your account to handle the swing of the market in the opposite direction. Now, you want to have a threshold and say, hey, if this thing swing against me $50, I'm going to close the trade. If it swing against me $100, based on your account size, I'm going to close because that means I'm going to take a bigger loss than I should take. But let's just say I press sell, the market buys for about $30, $40 and it's saying 34, I'm good. I'm not worried because I know eventually it's going to go down and it's going to give me my profit. So that's just for you to understand how trading works. Now, persons who place a bunch of trades, you place trade after trade after trade after trade after trade, you're setting up yourself for a loss after loss after, because every trade that you take has making money and losing money. So if you're taking too much trades, you're kind of putting yourself in a position where yes, you could make a lot of money and yes, you could take a lot of losses. So you want to have a little more calm when you place trades. If you place one trade, thank you very much, my love. If you place one trade, I absolutely love my wife. She really got my back. All right. So if you place one trade, you only have one thing to really be concerned about, right? So let me see. Who here you have made $1 trading already? If you've made $1 trading, it doesn't matter if it's on your own, if it's on the platform. If you made $1 trading, I want you to put 111 in the chat. 111. 111. If you've made one, and it could be in your demo account. Now, persons, they take the demo account for granted. I still demo, even though I've been trading for 8 years. And I show people my demo account too. You know why? What I'm doing in my demo account is a representation of what I can do in my real account. Because if I can't do it in my demo account, how am I going to do it in my real account? My demo account, I have no emotion. When I place a trade, it really doesn't matter what happened because it's not real money. But when I place a trade with real money, I'm like that. I'm like that a lot. Well, now I'm not so because I'm more experienced. But when you now place a trade, especially if you place the wrong trade, oh, you're going to be like that. So you want to develop the muscle in your demo account. For someone to convince me that they know what they're doing, I'm just telling you guys straight up. They need to take a demo account and double it. And $1,000, $2,000, and you need to do it over a space of time. Don't double it in a week. I've given persons demo account and they got lucky, they got beginner's luck, and they double it in 2 days and they come back and say, look, I could trade. No, no partner. No partner. No partner. Trading is a different beast. But you know what I love about the beast? I was able to go back to my country of birth because I'm Vincentian born. This was last year, May. I went to renew my passport and I made a decision. I said, you know, I never had a story of actually going somewhere and letting my expenses fall on the place where I went, because you can actually do that with trading. Trading has no restrictions. None. Forget all what they're telling you. Also, let me just show you guys something here quickly, right? Let me get something. Give me a second. I was hearing someone asking the question how they're going to spend their money. Let me show you how you spend your money. And remind me, guys, Latita, I know you might be the person might be the most consistent to remind me. My wife might do that as well. Remind me to show you guys me actually doing transactions with this card. You send your money to this card. Like literally take your phone and say send money to red.pay. I'm holding it upside down. Are you going to see it? Probably see it forward or backwards or something. All right. And I send the money here and then I go to any, and I literally mean any establishment, and I just tap or I enter and I pay. For the ones who are trying to figure this thing out, this thing is very simple. It is a lot of persons did not get into trading because they say, how am I going to get my money off? Don't worry about that. If you learn how to multiply money, trust me, you're going to figure out how to get it off. I guarantee. If Stafford is on this call, Stafford knows exactly what I'm talking about. Right? I was just helping Stafford for a minute to get he literally made a boatload of money. Yeah, putting his business out there. And he's so excited. And the reason why it is I'm so excited for him as well is because sometimes you see some persons around the system for a while. And I know if I'm seeing someone around the system, day, month, year, I know they're going to win. You see the persons who come for a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year, and then they disappear? Yeah, I'm skeptical. I don't think you're going to win. So sometimes they actually got to the point of winning and they leave, and that's cool. Congratulations. But you want to stay around the thing. I have a coach. His name is Gary Kirk McSwee. I'm not leaving my coach. I'm sorry. I don't care how shiny it looks. I don't care who is the person. I am not. If I eventually make more money than my coach, he will still be my coach. I will still treat him the same way. I might actually buy him another house. But I'm just telling you want to have a attitude of gratitude. Because if I can't make it with my coach, how am I going to go and make it with another coach? I'm giving you guys a tip. If you're working with someone right now, probably they don't have the results that you want, but they're connected to someone who have the results, stay right there. You'll be okay. You're going to make it. As long as you see persons winning at something, just stay right there, right? So this is how you actually get your money off. This is one of the ways. There are many other ways, but this is one of the ways. You actually have to pay $100 to get the card. But as long as you have the card, you can do two things. You can do online digital transactions. So you have a digital account and you have a physical account. I don't do online transaction with the card. Reason being, if the card is to become compromised, I'll have to send for another card and it's going to take another 6 weeks. So I use the online to do online stuff. If anything go wrong, I go into my account, I press reset, and it's good to go. Right? So welcome to all the persons who came in a little after. Let's rock and roll. Get back to whosoever it is you're working with. And if they don't know how to get the card, they can reach out to me directly, but get back to whosoever, because we have different persons on different teams on this call. All right, so get back to who you're working with, and they might even reach out to me to figure out how they can actually get the card, but it's not that difficult, right? So we got that. So welcome to the new persons, right? I know I'm just here rattling off. So all the new individuals, first thing you want to do is you want to choose a package. And the reason why you want to choose a package is you want to have a starting point so you can capitalize on what we're doing, right? So let me literally show you what the packages look like. Do I have it here? Let me pull up the packages for you guys. Give me 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And let's get back right here. Right, these are the packages. So you can get started the basic, you can get started the core, you can get started plus, you can get started the pro. At the pro package, you'll get everything the company has to offer. At the plus package, you're gonna get, let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. Just work it out as 7 things. Now, there are different things you can get. When I'm going through the breakdown here quickly, you're gonna get it, right? So that's the plus package, that's $5.99. The core package, you actually get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get 7 things with the plus, 6 things with the core, and with the basic, you actually get 1, 2, 3, 4. You can say basically 5 things. Now, with these packages, what these packages will allow you to do is to get access to different parts of what we're doing. At the basic pack, there's a lot of things that you won't get, but it's still an entry point based on where your finances are, right? Now, you can choose a market. We have different markets. We have markets where persons can learn stocks. We have markets where persons can learn, how to trade different things and even get different signals from those markets as well. So let's just say you decide to come on and you want to learn how to trade cryptocurrency. You're going to actually get access to that one market, and also you'll get access with basically with the alerts from one of those markets. All right. Now we have like 7 or 8 markets in here, but at the basic, you'll only get access to one. Now what you'll get as well, you're basically going to get the academy, where what's going to teach you all the information. You're also going to get the live stream, right? And you'll get access to our health products, also money flow. There are some things that you get access to. Now, The core, you actually get basically the same amount of things, but what I love with the core, you actually get two markets and you get two set of alerts, right? What persons are really doing phenomenally well with is one of our platforms called Delta Gold. This is a must-have if you're going into trading. So you want to get access to that. And the live stream, you want to get access to his live stream, and you also want to get access to his Telegram. That's going to come under where you're seeing choose markets. That's where that's coming under, and you can see, well, basically the other things, right? And the plus packages, you just get more access, and with the pro, you get more access. Let me see. I think everyone should have gotten that by now. It's just a matter of access. Now, watch this. If you saw, I heard my coach say this, right? You hear me quote my coach a lot because you need to be following somebody. My coach said, if you sow sparingly, you will earn sparingly. And I knew it from even since I've been going to Sunday school, but even though when he said it, it still hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm like, he's right, you know. That's a fact. If you sow sparingly, you'll reap sparingly. Here it is right here. Remember this, however, whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. And whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Now, this is not just in the context of spending money. It's also in the context of your discipline. It's also in the context of how you treat your family. It's also in the context of how you do almost everything. It literally hits everything very hard. Because if you come onto the platform and you do spend your hard-earned money, but then you sow little time into it, you are going to reap a little bit of the products and services. That's just it. So however you attack anything, you're going to get that result, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is this. Now that you get started, what you want to do is you want to start literally going through the academy. I know everybody want to get to the bag, but you want to start going through the academy. Now, the academy is going to allow you to get the basic to intermediate to advanced information on how to trade, how the market works, what is a buy, what is a sell, what is Forex. It's going to give you all these jargons. Now, I know you expect the person who brought you to the platform to teach you how to trade. The platform is not designed like that. The platform is designed for you to be self-sufficient, meaning you can actually go to the platform and the platform is going to take you under its wing and it's going to teach you what you need to know. You're then going to go to the live classes and you can ask questions to those individuals, because a lot of the times persons, they just got started, they're now building a team, they brought on some persons and they really can't teach because they really don't know. All right, like when I got started, I only wanted to trade. I came on board, I didn't know anything, and I had to teach my team. So I went and learned very quickly so I could teach them MetaTrader 4 at the time, teach them certain things. I went and learned it quickly. And I went right in the same academy what they had. Right, the same academy all of us had, I just went right and I taught them from the same academy. So at least we got that done, right? Now that you got yourself up and going, up and you started, the one thing you want to start getting connected to is the Telegram live trades, right? Now, how that actually works, right, is you want to connect to it. How you connect to it is the first thing that you're going to get is a link to go to the Telegram initial bot, right? So you go to the bot and the bot is going to ask you some questions. The first thing it's going to ask you is you're going to click start because you're going to see it when you get there. You're going to click start. It's going to ask you for your connective ID. When you sign up, you get an ID. See, it says, please enter your connective ID, right? Let me see. If you guys are following, I want you guys to type 777 if you're following. And even some seasoned persons probably need to see this again, right? 777 if you're following. All right, great. I see you guys following. The next thing it's going to ask you is for your email that you use to sign up. And then you put that in. After you put that in, a bunch of boxes going to pop up. But remember, because you don't have, if you don't have the biggest package that the company has, you're going to be a little limited. So you need to know if you have one market, two markets, you need to know. Because when you choose it, you kind of have to stick with it until next month, or you'll have to get onto support to change it. So you just want to know what you're going to do. Sit down with whoever you're connected to, and they'll be able to help you that as well, right? So what you want to do is you want to click on indices, commodities, and futures. I've literally outlined it on the screen so you can actually see it, right? And when you click on that, the next thing that's going to come up is this, and you'll see Delta Gold. You want to click on Delta Gold, and then you'll be in. Now, Delta Gold, it has his channel, and as you are connected, he's going to send trade ideas. Right, let me get his most, as I'm talking to you, let me get his most recent trade idea, right? I think this one was one from last week. Give me 1 second, let me go get that, boom, boom, and let's come back here and let's get it. Was this same sell stops? 4675, let's see. No. All right, so let's grab that. So I'm just dropping that in here, guys. Boom. So this was his last trade idea. It was called, what day was this called? It was called on the 14th. All right, I think the 14th was like Thursday or something like that. 7, like Thursday or Friday. It was a Thursday, yeah, Thursday. All right, so he called this trade. This trade was a sell stop. Now, I'm glad that I have even new persons on the call, so you guys are going to see how to place a sell stop. And what a sell stop really is the market is coming down. Let's just say this is your entry point right here. But the market is making candles all the way up here. Making candles way up above. It's making candles up there. Now, this is your entry for your sell stop. It's all the way down here. What you want to do is, as the market is coming down, to trigger you. So you enter into the trade, you're now in the trade, and continue going down. That's a sell stop. And obviously, well, a buy stop is just the same thing. The market is below here playing around, and then eventually it comes up and trigger that price point and continue going up. That's a sell or a buy stop. It took me a good while to understand it. I'm just letting you know, because the name was just so weird. Sell stop, even though it's starting, was weird to me. But with enough time, I couldn't fight it. I had to learn it. Now, if it's a limit, let's just say the limit is lower. And you know what a limit is? A limit is a limit. It's a limit. You could either go to that point or you can't go to that point. It's a limit. So let's just say your limit is all the way down here and the market is all the way up here. What he's expecting, if this is a buy limit, is for the price to come down, candles to come down, trigger your buy limit and continue going back up. And it's the same with a sell limit, right? A sell limit, you want it to go up and trigger. Let me just do something on the screen here quick. All right, you want it to go up, so that the market is making candles down here. You want it to go up and trigger it, go up and hit that price point. And most of these things are price points. So it might be down here at, let's just say, a 6. It needs to go up to a 9 and then come back down to a 6. So it's going to go up, trigger the sell stop, and come back down. I'm going to give you a little demonstration on the phone just now, so at least you're going to understand as well, right? So that's how that works. So this trade that he called here was a sell stop, in which means he wanted price to trigger it and continue going down. What was the price point? 4675. 4675. Now, I use TradingView to do my charting. So we're going to go to TradingView and we're going to look at that, right? Let's go over to TradingView. Ooh. Gold is looking like it's ready to go. All right, we're going to get back to that, right? So what I'm going to do on the chart, I'm going to actually draw those lines. I'm going to draw where he called the sell, so at least you could see it for yourself, right? Let's just remove everything from this chart. Let's remove everything from the chart. Remove. Boom. All right. So I'm going to go back and get that price point. That price point was entry price 4675. Let's do a horizontal line. Double tap. And we put it in 4675. So that was the entry point going down. So most likely price was above here before he called. Actually, it was above here before he called the sell stop. So it triggered it and it went down. Where was it going to? The price point it was going to. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it back up on the screen. All right. You guys tell me what price point is take profit 1. Let me pull up the correct thing here. Boom. Boom. What price point is take profit 1? Take profit 1 is what price point? I saw somebody type there. Let's see. 4,575. For all the persons who are new, just observe what they're doing because this is very simple to do. A matter of fact, I was talking to someone, they say they're too busy, they're on work, they wouldn't have time to place the trade. I said, dude, when you learn to place this trade, you could put it in like 15 seconds. You can literally put in a trade in 15 seconds or less. like you can literally boop, 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 right? Some persons, it's going to take you 2 minutes, then it's going to be a minute and a half, then it's going to be a minute, then it's going to be 30 seconds. We can actually put in trades now in literally 15, 20 seconds, literally, all right? So take profit one. Now, I want you guys to see how dread this was, right? So let's go back on the chart. Let's put back up the chart here. Boom. And we're going to put in that price point in which was 4575, right? So let's draw another line. Let's put in that price point, 4575. All right, so that was the price point right there. Now, from the entry point in which was up on top here, to take profit point, which was down here, when I calculated it, hey, this one didn't show up, right? That one didn't show up. Oh, it's showing up now. When I calculated it, it was $100. And that was the lowest that you could go. The lowest lot size in which is 0.01 if you had just entered and go to sleep. It didn't even take that long. Let's see. It started off. Let's see. We can literally see time as well. All right. So this trade triggered right about here, in which was, let's just say 2 p.m. And by this is 2 p.m. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is, let's just say 10 hours, right? And 1:30. So let's just say 11 hours and 30 minutes. That trade run down from $0 to $100. His stop loss, if you really look, he had a stop loss. Now, the reason for the stop loss is in case he's wrong. The stop loss was like about $75 or something like that. So his stop losses are huge, which means you could take a huge lesson. But look at this. The reason why his stop losses are so huge, his bias is so accurate that he's confident that if he stay around long enough, eventually it's going to go and do what he's expecting it to do. All right, his take profit too was way lower. So right now, if you're still in that trade, like some persons are still holding that trade. So right now they're probably up like $100+. It's still going down. All right. They are smiling right now. Some of them probably on the call. Some of those diamond hands, as we call them, they're probably on the call, right? So let me see. If you guys understand so far, I want you to type 111. If you are lost, type 000. Christopher Moses, what's going on, man? I'm trying to break this down as layman as possible, even though I know I took a lot of time to do that. As layman as possible. All right? Beautiful, man. Just great. So I'm not seeing any zeros, guys. So I guess everyone is good. Now, for the persons who are probably too shy to type 0, typing 0 is going to fast track your learning. If you sit back, you don't know what to do, and you do not respond, the thing is not going to respond to you. When I see persons not responding, I understand that they don't understand. I used to be a non-responder. Now I am the #1 responder because now I understand. All right? Now, Maria, you should understand this because you placed this trade. So, Maria, you are playing with me. You placed this trade. And here the funny thing, guys, I got out of this trade right here. I got out of this trade right here. The reason being, I saw the cluster happening. I saw this cluster happening. I say, this thing looking like it could probably, it was given a kind of reversal pattern and then it changed and continued going down. And that's why you kind of want to trust your trade. All right. So, you know, it is what it is. But I'm going to get more setups. I'm not worried about that. Right. So, Maria, this was a trade that you actually, I think Elizabeth actually helped you to place. It was a sell stop. It was from Delta Gold. The objective was to get all the way down here. Again, this is why you want a demo, guys. A lot of persons, you want to go live, but I'm telling you, you want to play in your demo account. I know you have a subscription to pay, I understand. I know that you want to pay your rent, I understand. I know you have a light bill, I know your kids have to go to school. But let me ask you a question. Is your whole life set up to just pay bills? So don't you want to buy a house for your children? Don't you want to actually retire and retire with, something? Because anything that you kind of want to rush will give you rush results too. You want it to take its time and marinate. So when you understand it, you understand it. You can literally say, hey, I'm going to Dubai. And when you get to Dubai, you make the money that you invested to go to Dubai in Dubai. I think I was telling you guys that story. I actually made back the money going to St. Vincent to pay for my passport. I didn't even tell Latita that. I made the money to pay for my passport in St. Vincent. I made the money to take out a couple of friends, to put gas in the car, to even put some stuff in it's kind of family house in St. Vincent, to actually do some stuff around the house. And I made the money in 4 days, but I was there for 2 weeks. Literally, that was even mind-blowing for me. Right? I remember having a call with my coach, and there were chickens in the background. Right? But that is super powerful. It's something that we teach, but I've never actually done it. So now that I've done it, I'm really, really elated that you were able to cover your expenses for a trip. That's amazing. All right. I'm literally watching goal here. Goal is getting out of it, literally right in front of us. All right. Let me just put the level here. I was actually watching it holding this level. It actually came and hit this level here, in which, let's see what price point that was. That was 4,536. It actually hit that level once. It hit it twice. It hit it 3 times, 4 times, and then break it, and now it's run away. I actually made money already before the call even started. Last week, I was teaching you guys about a gap. I remember right after the call, Latita called me and said, hey, what you thought about the gap actually works. Yeah. The market will close. The Forex market runs 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So it closes on a Friday and opens back Sunday. So for exactly 48 hours, it is closed. That's the only time it's closed. Sometimes in the evening around 5 to 6, if you're on goal or those, they tend to close as well for 1 hour. But on the weekend, it's closed. But when it opens back, it closes on a Friday and open back on Sunday. It tends to put a gap in the market. And when it put a gap in the market, eventually the market is going to fill back the gap. Watch this. The market closed here, opened back right here, went up, and then what it did? Come down and close the gap, because the gap was right in between here. You guys can actually see the gap. Right in between there. So we know eventually it's going to come down and close that gap. So I did take a position up on top here and close it out right down here. So for the evening, I'm already good. Because of paying attention. Now it's not going to, I've seen sometimes it take 2 weeks before it closes a gap. So don't hold it on me that I'm telling you, hey, every time you see a gap, it's going to close it. But it's something you can actually take advantage of, right? So at least you guys got that so far. Now, let me show you guys on an Android phone. Right? And the only reason I have this Android phone, I'm an iPhone guy. The only reason I have this Android phone is to teach. Like literally, I don't do anything else with this phone. Just the other day I actually saw it was dead, and I was like, I have to figure out a way that when this phone is about to die, that it would send me a notification. And Delta just said take profit 2 hit. That just come across. Look, watch this. He just said take profit 2 hit right down here. Take profit 2 hit. Look at it right there. Right there. Look, you see that right there. All right, let's get my screen up. Share specific. Share entire screen. Boom. Let's switch from there. Let's go here. Let's go right here. Boom. So this is, what's going on here? Right. So this is my account, guys. One of my accounts, right? Now, this is a demo account because of bad actors, there are certain things you can't really show in public. I could probably show a demo account, but I can't really show like real money, right? So this was the trade I took just this evening. You can see it right here. I also took it on my demo account, right? $114.69, and you can actually see all the other trades that's there. But let's go to the chart. Let's just say in this case here right now, let's just say we had a sell stop. As a matter of fact, let's do it. Let's literally put a sell stop. I'm going to try and put a sell stop somewhere down here. Let's switch it to sell stop. Boom. And let's place it. Right. This trade is only going to activate if the market triggers it to go down. Right? With this push down that the market push down, it may pull back up, but I'm just showing you what I just did. Now, I didn't put in any stop loss take profit, and you could see the order is there, it's placed, but it has not triggered yet because the market is above. Let me see. I wonder if you guys can say, if you guys are seeing that, I want you guys to type 222 in the chat if you're seeing what it is I'm saying. I place a sell stop. It has not triggered as yet, but it's just there waiting. If the market hit it, it's going to trigger. Now, let's just say I want to put in a take profit or a stop loss. There's two ways to do it. You can do it manually, so I can literally touch the line. So I'm literally going to touch the line, and then I'm going to click take profit, which is TP, and I'm just going to move the line. Let's just say I move the line somewhere right about there, $68. And then I click modify. So now I have set that, and it's about to trigger. Let's see if you could probably see it from over here. When it triggers, you'll literally see it activate. It's really, really close. All right, it's really, really, really close. Let's see if we could zoom in more. Right, so this is a sell stop. Now, if I wanted to place a trade right now, all I need to do is just press sell. So I could press sell right now on top where you see it saying sell and you see the price changing blue and red. I could press sell right now. It's called market execution, and I could enter the trade right now. But in this case, I'm literally using an order, in which means it needs to trigger it, right? Let's see, is it gonna go through it? Let's see it from this side. Let's see, is it going to trigger it? Now, when it triggers it, remember, when you just start a trade, the first thing it's going to do is go into deficit because all the fees and all those things come out immediately. But at least that's how that is. If I want to put in the stop loss, all I need to do again is click any one of the lines. I could click the green line, the red line, and I could put a stop loss. And I could say, hey, let's put the stop loss up on top. So I'm risking $70, which is too much. I'm risking $35, let's just say. Now, I also use this to have an idea how much money I am risking on trades, right? I'm going to delete this order because I think this order already served its purpose, right? Let's see, it's going to trigger. Let's see if it's going to, it just triggered. So you see it literally triggered there now. So I'm now in the trade now. If I want to close the trade, I want to click on hold on the trade. See, my Exness broker is telling me that I just triggered the trade. All right, so I want to click on it like this. And I want to click close position. And when I come and say close with a profit of $3 on whatever, I just click close, boom. So I just closed that position manually. But at least you guys see how that triggered, right? And if it's a buy stop, you just need to do the same thing. You come back up now. What I basically clicked on is, if you watch at the top right, I'm literally clicking and holding it so you can see it. It's a pending order. I'm literally clicking and holding it so you guys can see that, right? So if I click on a pending order, I could then put the order where I want. And this is MetaTrader 5. MetaTrader 4, I'm not sure. I don't even remember if you could actually do this with MetaTrader 4, but MetaTrader 5, yeah, we can do it, right? Then you could put this as a buy stop. Let's just say here, we come here and we click buy stop. And if the market is going up, it's going to trigger it back up, and I could put my take profit probably back up where it came from. I could put my stop loss below, right? But let's just say I want to enter into a trade right now. He sent out a trade, he said sell. I'm just going to go and click sell. So I just entered into a trade again. So I'm in a trade. He then says what the take profit is on the stop loss. I can literally manually put it in. I could come here and click modify position. See, I'm clicking and hold on modify position. And then I could put in the stop loss, whatever that price point is. And I could put in the take profit, whatever that price point is. Now, if you put in the wrong thing, the modify is going to stay grayed out because I just put in some crazy numbers there, right? So you're not going to get to put it in. Let's just say right now price is at 4458. If I put in 4458 here, it's not going to allow me to put in that so close. 4458. And let's just say I have nothing over here. It's not going to allow me to put it in because it's too close. All right, so I hope you guys understand that. So your stop need to be, if it's a sell, your stop needs to be way higher. If it's a buy, your stop need to be below. So if you want the market to go up, obviously you want, if it's going down against you, to stop you out with a small loss. And if you click sell, you want to put your stop loss above in case you decide to continue buying even though you press sell, to stop you out as well. That's what it's for. It's called a stop loss to stop you from losses. Right? So let's go back here again and see where it's at. It's at 43. It's literally sporadic right on the entry. So it's between profit and loss. Again, you can come and click and hold. You can say close position. Let's do it. You could say close position, and it's literally telling you you're going to close with a loss of whatever or a gain of whatever. So I close it with 35 cents or something like that. Let me see. If you guys got that 111, if you're still lost 000, and it's okay to be lost, don't stay lost for too long. These are the things you want to learn. So when the trade ideas come out, you can literally hop into your phone, get the currency pair. Let's just say he says oil. I'm going to come here and I'm going to click on oil. I'm going to click chart to see the chart, and then I'm going to press buy or sell. And then I'm going to put in the stop loss. Now, what some persons try to do is they try to do everything at the same time. They come across on trade, they do an order like this, and they try to put in everything, entry and stop loss and take profit, and it takes long. When you could just come, press buy or sell, and then put in the relevant information. Let's go back to gold, right? Let's do here and go chart. Right, so we're on gold. I'm going to press sell again. Boom. Now that I press sell, what it is I want to do is just, I'm holding this side where the numbers are for the screen to scrunch like this. And I'm going to touch the entry, in which is that red dotted line. That's what I'm touching here now. And as I touch it, it's showing me the stop loss and take profit. I'm going to put the take profit. And I'm going to put the stop loss. And I just leave it alone and let it do its thing. If I want to come back out of the trade, I come across here, I click on hold, I click close position, and then I close the trade with a loss of 35 or 40 cents or whatever. Right? Now how your lot size work, watch this. Your lot size multiplies the trade size. In this account, there's 7,400 and something, which means I could use a lot size of 0.7. That will match the account. Now, when you place a trade at 0.7, it's going to move like, instead of moving in cents, it's going to move in $20 and $30 and $40 instantly. It's going to literally move in $10 and stuff because it's a big lot size. Let's do it just for the sake of practice, right? I'm going to press sell again. Watch how the market is moving now. $36, $35, $40, $42, $29. It's moving way more sporadic because the lot size is so huge. Now, it could blow your account pretty quickly because it could just jump into something really, really crazy. All right, what did I press? Sell or buy? Let's see. I think I pressed sell. See, it's moving $75, $62. So you want to have money to trade those types of size or lot size. All right, let's go close position. And I'm going to put the take profit point really, really close. All right, let's put it right about there. So 20 something dollars. Modify. Now watch this. Watch where it's at. Do you think you can handle seeing your account already with $300-400 in losses? For 500 in losses. That's why you want to trade with a smaller lot size. So that you could handle seeing, and your account could handle the moves. Now, with $7,000 here, it could handle the moves, but this is still brutal. I would say to trade at that type of lot size, you need to have like $10,000 in your account. All right. Let's put in an order so you can actually see what it is I'm saying. Let's just say if I had an order here and it was at 0.01. Let's just say 0.01, and I do an order. And I put a take profit for that order. It's going to show me how much I'm going to gain or how much I'm risking. So this is how you can actually do measurements even before you place a trade, by using the order button and then putting in the metrics and see. You could put in your stop as well and see, you know, based on what the person say, are you willing to risk $31? Because that's what that is saying. Right? So I hope you guys got the gist with that. Let me see all the ones who post 000, all the ones who post 111. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Anybody post 0? All right. I saw someone post 0, and that's okay. This is something you have to see over and 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 over. Right? And I'm glad you guys actually getting to see how brutal, if you use the wrong lot size, it could be. It's up 500, 600. Just imagine you put in the wrong lot size and you see your account looking like that and you only have $1,000. You are going to feel sick. You're going to want to use the bathroom. You're going to call your coach. You're going to call the prime minister of your country. You're going to call the broker. You're going to call your creator's name. Right? This is just to show you why you want to really not play around with your lot size. It's serious. Now, if you're up in profit 500 and something, and here, let me come out of this. Let me stop sharing. I want you guys to see my face for what it is I'm about to say. Because what I'm about to say is serious. Where is it? Boom. Let's go here. Let's go here, and let's say stop sharing. If you place the wrong lot size, you place the wrong lot size either by mistake or intentionally, and you make a lot of money, it is going to give you a bad training mentally. Because then you're going to think, you know what, I could take $100 and turn it into $1,000 in a day. But if the market just sneezes against you in the wrong direction, your account will be gone. Based on what you're seeing that's happening here right now, this should be a good indication why you should not be 700 in drawdown. We call it drawdown. If you place a trade and that was 700 in the blue, ooh, you'd be in euphoria. But it is listen, there are times I can trade and there are times I'm tempted to change the lot size. But I say, Kenton, can you handle getting back to your discipline if you get this burst of adrenaline from this big win from doing the wrong thing? Because then it's going to start training you to do the wrong thing. There are persons saying, I want to make my subscription in a month. That is cool. If you don't know what you're doing, try and make it in 3 months, 6 months. Invest in yourself. So into yourself. Pay the subscription. I was actually talking to one of my leaders last night. She has been now with me like about 3 to 4 months or more. And this is the first time she's actually seen some results with trading, like literally just see it, place the trade on her own and was able to see it. So she's really, really fired up. And I'm saying to myself, she probably now understands why she stuck it out. Because now she knows how to place the trade. She knows when the trade come, what to do. And she can now do something amazing. And watch this. This is how you're going to learn. Every time you place the trade, you go back and you do exactly what it is I did here. You literally pull it up on the chart. The same old stale trade. You pull it up on the chart and you watch what it's doing. You literally watch what it's doing. No rocket science. You just pull it up, you draw the points, and you watch. Why? I wonder why did he put that trade from here, boy? You understand? And you try to figure it out. And that's what you're investing to do. You're investing to learn. And here, what you could go on his class to and ask him, because sometimes I do it, and the reason why I do it is because I know there are other persons who are too shy to do it. So I go on the class and I ask him, you know, Delta, why did you place that stop loss at, that sell stop at a certain point? And he said, well, I was looking at whatever metrics, and then he realized market was squeezing, whatever, and he's going to say why. And that's how you learn. Literally. Guys, I'm super, super excited. This thing is about to explode. Well, I shouldn't say it's about to explode. It has already exploded. Our event in Miami is going to be really, really, I believe it's going to be the spark for something that I've seen before. I've seen what is possible. I know what my coach is possible of doing. I'm literally scared of my coach. I'm telling you, I know what he can do. Yeah, if right now he's probably, but I know if he go into a real beast mode, yeah, you're going to see some crazy things happening. He's just going to go into work, and then he's just going to see results left, right, and center because he understands how it works. I believe the spark is happening in Miami, right? Are there any questions? Let me open the mic for you guys so you guys can actually interact. And I'm going to open the mic if you guys, and no question is stupid, guys. All questions are valid. Don't let anybody tell you your question is stupid. Your question is valid. All right, so you can type it in the chat or you can open your mic and you can ask me a question. I should have probably told you guys that a while back, so by now we'd have questions in the chat. All right, but you see that placing the wrong trade and making money, it is the worst thing that could happen to you. I'm telling you. Some person might think it's the best thing. No, it's the worst thing. If you do what you're supposed to do and follow the correct rules and you're making money, in a certain way, when the losses come, it's going to be a certain loss as well. It's not going to be huge. But when you're trying to make the market do what it's not designed to do and you give yourself the bad habit, it's some persons, they actually learn how to work with the bad habit and then get really good. But the emotional toll it's going to take on you is going to be how to do markup. I'm gonna tell you that, Patrice. All right. The emotional toll is gonna take on you because you made that money. Because the market works like this, huh? The market is gonna give you some money, and the market is gonna give you some more money, and then you're gonna have 15 winning trades, no loss, and you're gonna get so into yourself, like you feel you could really trade. You just happen to end up on a winning streak, and you're just so in yourself, you stop going to the classes, you stop listening, you're just on cloud nine. And then one day, the $10,000 that you made by floops, it takes $12,000 from you. It takes $2,000 even of your money. You know why? Because you were doing the wrong thing. And here what happens, when you're doing the wrong thing and you make money, it's great. But when you're losing money, persons don't want to close the trade. So let's just say you made $200 and it's $200 in losses, and then $400 in losses, and then $600. It keeps going. The biggest loss I've taken doing the wrong thing was a time I took a loss of $1,900 US. It never happened to me again. Never. That will never happen to me again. Well, until my account is 100,000, 1,900 will never happen again. And I remember I said I want to make a certain amount of money, and it did give me like $200-300. It went in profit, but you know what? I wanted $500-600 because I didn't know what I wanted. So sometimes it's going, and because you don't know what you want as well, that is going to work against you as well. If you know you just need to make $50 a day and set a decent goal, $50 a day, and you make your $50, close and come out of the market. Yes, it could run to $200, $300, and $500, but don't develop that habit. When it gets to $50, close. When it gets to $100, that's your goal, close. When it gets to $500, close. Because what happens most times is the market is going to give you the 500. Then it's going to go down to 3, and you don't want 3. Then it's going to go down to 2, you don't want 2. You're going to go down to 100, you don't want that. Then you're going to go down to $10, and you're going to say, Lord, boy, this thing was $500. Why does it have to take $10? And then it goes minus $100, and then minus $500. And then you decide to press close. And you stop answering your phone. And you stop talking to everybody. You shower in 6 times a day. You and your spouse having arguments that about nothing. It's just anything she do if she walk too hard. You go to work. A matter of fact, when you work, you cuss up somebody in the car. I'm telling you, it really gets emotional. As long as you start understanding these simple fundamental things and you just document it and you start following what I'm saying, you're not going to go down that rabbit hole. I've been blessed to not have to go down a really bad rabbit hole. There sometimes I took some lessons and I didn't like it, but you know what? I made way more money than the lessons, way more. As a matter of fact, I was on a winning streak last year with Bitcoin. I did almost 100 trades with no losses. I'm going to simply tell you how I did it. I was placing buys because my bias with Bitcoin was the market was buying. So I was only placing buys. Every time it dropped, I pressed buy. I was not pressing sell because I know it was going 75, 80, 90, 100, 120. It was only going up. So every time I pulled down, it was going up. So every time I pulled down, I buy. Eventually, I did take a loss. It was nowhere close to my profits, nowhere close. I made a boatload of money, and I took a little dash of loss. I was actually in New York, and the market decided to go the opposite way. I think I lost like $100 and some dollars, but I made like thousands on that account. Right? So at least you guys get that. So let me see. So the first question I'm seeing here is what? I'm seeing this is good. Can you please send the recording? Yes, I could do a recording with this. Can you explain the scanner? So how this scanner basically works? I've not used this scanner for a minute, guys. I've been a little a little biased. I've been just placing the trades from Delta and using my own setups. I've not really used this scanner much. Let's go pull up the scanner, right? So to get this scanner, you want to go to your back office. When you get in your back office and you log in, you want to click on the tools. You see over on the side it have trading tools. You want to click on trading tools. When you click on trading tools, now you want to already have TradingView to do this. You want to go and get a TradingView, verify it, put your email, actually sign up for TradingView, and then you come here. When you come here, you're going to click on scanner. When you click on scanner, you want to put in your username. I'm not seeing that, but boom, boom, boom. You want to click verify account, boom. I guess they're probably doing it automatic now. Your TradingView account is active. But normally you have to put in your username here, and then it would then activate in TradingView. Now I'm going to go back to TradingView. TradingView is a website. For the ones who are taking notes, it's a website. When you go to TradingView, you then want to go to indicators. You see it have indicators right here. You want to click on indicators. And when you click on indicators, let me just pull up my backup monitor here. You go under invite only, because remember, the company has to send the invite for you. And you can see the scanners here, right? I'm going to click on Titan, boom. And when you click on it, it's going to load on the chart. So if you're watching the background, you can actually see it loaded on the chart. Now that it loaded on the chart, what it's doing, it's literally scanning the market and it's giving you trade setups. Now it did call a sell right here on gold. And that was just now. Whilst we were literally watching it, this happened. So let me tell you exactly when that happened. 8:10, so that means we were here. So this trade just called on the scanner. The scanner had take profit 1 and take profit 2. Listen, guys, put some fire in the chat if the scanner is fire. The scanner is fire. So let's just say Delta call a trade from up here. He called a sell. And then, and look at what's happening right now. Now, my demo account is in a mess. Because, again, can you handle seeing your account down $2,400? You understand why you want to use the right lot size? Trust me, if I'd used the right lot size here, this account would have been down about $20. It would have been down. You just want to take off all these zeros, it would have been down about $19. With the correct lot size, it would have been about $19. That would not have rattled you that much. But seeing $1,800, yeah, that could rattle you. Right, let's do something here quickly. Let's do boom, boom, boom. Right. I'm thinking fix this up. Let me just do something here quick, guys. Boom. Why am I not seeing it? Probably might have to do it from this foot. Right, so that answered the scanner question. And the scanner is just spitting trades. And you can see this scanner have a certain level of accuracy. All right, boom. Let's put that right down here. Executives. All right. All right, so we're good to go. Right. Let me see, what was the next question? Let's see the next question here quickly. Boom, boom. All right, so I see the fires in the chat. Let me see. Right, I did this scanner, never happen again. Okay, great. Should you close or bring your stop loss to that point? Well, I don't know what point you're talking about, but I could probably still explain this, right? So you want to watch at it from this aspect, guys. Again, it comes down to dollar value. It comes down to you coming up with a plan. I've heard plenty traders talk about a trading plan, but now after being trading for a number of years, I understand how a trading plan really works. The first thing on your trading plan needs to be how much money you want to make. As long as you figure that out, the rest of the plan is easy. And I've never heard anybody say it like how I'm saying it here. Because I know for a fact now that's how it actually works. Because here why? When you have a trading plan, it could be if the market does X, Y, Z, I'm going to press buy or sell. But how much money do you want to make of that move? Then the next thing, the market may not give you the dollar value that you want on your plan because the market is going from a certain point to a certain point and it may not be that amount of money. So you have to kind of say, listen, let me go back to the chart so you understand. Let's just say you're selling from, let's remove everything from the chart. I like the chart to be clean when I'm teaching. Boom. Let's turn off the scanner here. Boom. Let's put a line on top here and let's put a line underneath here. Let's just say you want to make a certain amount of money, but the market is going from here to here and then reversing. Now, this might be half of your money. Let's just say you want to make $50, but the market is only going $25 on 0.01. So you know what you want to do? You want to take $25 because the market is not giving you the move based on your lot size, based on your account. Your account could only handle taking $25. Don't go change the lot size to make $50 because then the market could run away and blow up your account. Let me see if you guys understand that 111 in the chat. This is big what I'm telling you guys here. Let me see if you understand that one. Big, big, big. That's huge. Your trading plan needs to say how much money you need to make first. Then you work out the move on the market and say the market is not going to give, or the market may give me more. And if it's giving you more, that's okay. Take what your trading plan says. Your trading plan says $50 a day, it goes to $50 close. The market is saying it could go to 300 pips. If you want to, I'm getting to the stop loss here, what to do? Let's just say the market is coming out heavy. The market is your $50 target. You move now, before it hit your take profit, you move your take profit further down because you realize the market is making a bigger move. And as it passes your $50, you take your stop loss and bring it to $50. So in case the market reverse, it's still going to stop you out on $50. Let me show you that here on the chart, right? Let's just say this is your entry point right here. I'm going to literally change the color so it's going to make sense, right? Let's just say this is your entry point right here. It's this blue line. Now, as your trade got triggered, it started going down, it started going down, it started going down. You realize it's going down real heavy. You know what you do? You take your take profit and you probably drop your take profit all the way down here. Let's just say a stop loss was in the back here. Let's put a red line in the back there as well. All right? So let's just say this was your stop loss in the back there. You know what you do with your stop loss? You bring your stop loss here. And you let the market, which is the blue line, continue going down. So if the market decides to reverse, it's going to stop you out right here on $50. But if it continue going, you already locked in your profit based on you seeing how the market moving. And if the market continue going, you know what you could do? You could even move your take profit down even more. And then you could say, you know what, I'm going to move my stop loss even lower down. I'm going to put my stop loss by the next level down here. And the market probably continue going down. Now, look at what happened here. The market did come back up after it went all the way down here. It could have probably hit your take profit, but on the way back up, it could have even hit your stop loss too because your stop loss in profit. Now, your stop loss could be in profit because remember, this is your entry point by this line here. This is your stop point. Here, you're in minus and you're in losses in the back here. In front of your entry, you're in plus profit. You're going to literally see it saying plus profit. Let me show you it. Let me see if I could probably show you it. Might take a lot of... Yeah, it might take a lot to actually show you guys that now. I got to go find a trade and then hope that it run, and it's going to take a little... If this trade was moving the way I want to move, I could probably show it with that trade. All right, but let me see if you guys understand that 111. 111, if you understand that. That might be a little complicated, and I'm not expecting everybody to get that, but over time, it's going to start making sense. So the first thing you want to do on your trading plan, everybody do this. If you do nothing else tonight, mark down a realistic figure. Here what to do. Get a bill that you pay. Get your internet bill and say, you know what, I just want to make that money for this month. you can make that money in a day, but set it as a goal for the month and say, you know what, I just want to make my internet. My phone bill is like $350 or something like that. 300 and something dollars is my phone bill, right? 15 US dollars is 100 TT, so I need to make what, 45? 15 and 15 is 30. Just say $45 I need to make, and that's my phone bill. Which is less than $50. Just goes to show you. So when you could do that, you know what you start doing? Say now, in a month, I want to make 6 months of my phone bill. You see how you make it realistic now? 6 months of my phone bill. Then you say, you know what? After, let's just say 2 months, you probably have a whole year of your phone bill. You say, you know what? I want to now go start making my light bill. When you start scaling, start making sense like that, trading is then going to really be really powerful than just saying, I just want to get rich. I just want to make $500. I just want to make 1,000. No, actually place something. Then you could say, you know what? I want to start, after you cover all your bills and all your whatever, you cover your whole monthly expenses. Say, you know what? I just want to make enough money for the month so I could put over $1,000 every month. So you keep having a goal, and that's going to keep you grounded. And a matter of fact, when you take losses, you will just see it like, well, that was half of my light bill. The market, listen, the market, I just paid some tax. That $20, $50 you guys took tax. Friday, I took a little less than Friday because I was not trusting my trade. I did see the trade was about to go down. I did press. Actually, what happened is this. I actually took a trade I wasn't supposed to take, to be honest. That is what really happened. I saw a trade from Athena. I said, Athena did win the trade, but I took the trade, and then the trade was going the opposite way. I say, you know what? Before this thing decided to go in the opposite way and I ended up taking a loss that I didn't want to take in the first place, I'd made profit that way. I said, let me just give them back the profit. And I just pressed close. My mind and heart was at peace. I went living my life, and then the market just went in the correct direction. Right? So at least for you guys to understand that. Let me see if I could answer these questions here and not rant off too much, right? Boom, boom, boom. How do you get, let me see. I have to go back. There are a lot of questions today, boy. This is good. Right. I think I covered that one. Should you close or bring your stop that is what I was answering just now. So it's based on what, if your trade already get to a profit point you want, you move your stop, because you shouldn't get your profit and come back and lose money. So that's when you want to move your stop loss to break even at least. So even if it go back up, you don't lose anything. So that answers that, right? Laurie, what's going on? As a minute we've not seen. Top of the night. Hans said you'll put top right hand side, put in your, okay, I guess Laurie saw that and I didn't see it. So she said top right hand side, put in your username. Sometimes something on my screen could have probably been blocking it. All right, great. Yours already active. Yes, I know that for a fact. All right, let me see. How do you obtain a copy of this recording? I am going to drop it in most of the chats. I'll drop it in all the general groups so you guys can actually get it. What time frame you looking at the scanner? I look at the scanner from the daily, the 1 hour, and I place the trades on the 5 minutes. I think I'm hearing a mic open. I'm hearing a mic open. Mr. Terry Buddy, I'm literally gonna mute you here. And I'm not able to mute him, but that's okay. All right, let me see what I have here. How do you get to see the time the scanner sends the trade? You don't. You don't get to see the time the scanner sends the trade. What you can do is this. You can actually pay for TradingView and get TradingView to send you the scanner alert. So when the scanner forms a pattern for a buy or sell, it's going to send you an alert, but you have to pay for TradingView. For that, TradingView is like $14 to $20 a month. It really is worth it because you can make back the money with just one trade. You can make the month's money with TradingView with just one trade from the scanner. Again, there's certain things you want to do with the scanner. One, what you want to do is you want to have a certain bias in the market. Now, my bias right now with gold is what, guys? Let me see. All the seasoned traders here will help out all the newbies. What should be my bias? Bias mean which way I'm expecting the market to go. What is my bias? What am I leaning to? Buys or sells? Let me see. What am I leaning to with gold? I see Latita says sell, Lupita says sell, Daryl says sell. I'm not gonna put you guys too much suspense. Sell. Peter, sell. Right? Elizabeth says sells. Yes. The overall bias is sells. Let me tell you what that means. Watch what I'm going to draw here, right? Let me just remove everything again from the chart. Boom. Watch this. If the market is doing this, this is called downtrending. Downtrending. I'm only looking for sales. You know why? Because eventually it's going lower, and it's going lower, and it's going lower. Why would I press buy? If I'm pressing buy, I have to be pressing buy based on knowing that it's going to go up for a while before it goes down even lower. Meaning, when it comes down like this, I may tend to take a buy, but it's going to be a short buy. You know why? Because the next move is going to be like that. So instead of chancing taking buys, I just take sells. When I see it pull back to a certain point, I press sell. Pull back to a certain point, I press sell. But I'm going to look on the daily 1 hour, the higher time frames to see the overall bias. So let's actually do that quick. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go back here and let's go on daily. Right? So on the daily overall, I could see it was buying, then it formed a reversal pattern right here. Literally formed a reversal pattern. I'm not going to teach on that. You guys need to go to the academy for that one to understand that. And then it started going down. So it went down, it pulled back, I went down, I pulled back, and it's heading down like right now. All right? So that's how you know which way your bias is. Then you go from the daily, in which right on top you can actually see, right here, seeing daily 4 hour, 1 hour right there. I'm going to go down on the 1 hour to get a more closer look at the market because I know my overall bias is sell. Right? So on the 1 hour, I can see this is probably the 9 o'clock candle here. This is the 8 o'clock candle. There's the 7 o'clock candle, the 6 o'clock. So I can literally see it by hours. So I'm seeing the last 4 hours, the last 3 hours it's been going down, as you can see. 3 hours it was just going down. Right? Then I come now for even more precise entry on the 5 minute. So on the 5 minute, when I pull back probably here, I just actually took an entry right there on this account. So I literally took an entry there for a sell. Right there. So you can literally see the one I have in loss and the one I have in sell. Well, the one in the loss and the one in profit. Let me actually pull it up on the screen. So at least you guys, and I kind of wanted to do that so that in case this play out whilst we're on the call, you guys could see how you can sometimes get out of trouble if you don't over leverage. Because if you don't over leverage, then you could add another trade because your account could handle more than one trade. That's a whole nother class, right? Let's jump over here. Share. Start share. Start. Should come up on the screen here now. Yes. Come up. Okay, great. Let's go over here. So you can see what I did. I literally placed a sell higher and it's going down in profit. I didn't put in the correct lot size. I put in 0.01 because my brain was just set to 0.1. So I put in 0.1. I was supposed to really put in 0.7. If I put in 0.7, this trade would have already canceled itself out. So now it's dropping. I put the take profit at the entry of the other trade. This is a little advanced, but I'm just showing you guys that this thing, as long as you develop the skill of trading, even when it's going the wrong direction, it doesn't even affect you. You actually see it as an opportunity. And that's where the patience and the practice is going to come in, right? Not to do too much training on the call, but at least I hope you guys get that so far. That's a little advanced as well. All right. Let me go back to the questions here quickly. Let's see here. Boom. Going back. If I miss your questions, message me privately. Huh? You could message me privately if I do miss your question, because I realized today the questions. Can you explain this kind of right? I did that. Should you write? All right. How do I obtain cover? Right? I said I'm gonna post it. Look like a 5-minute chart. Yes. How do you get to see the time is kind of right? I explained that already too. How is it possible that the market moves in cycles and get Stella, reach out to me personally. I know you just need in-depth breakdown. So Stella, reach out to me personally. I see J Jamie, Jeremy. It looks like, right? It's because I saw somebody like actually answer their questions. Their question. Let me see. It's because Wall Street and you don't do the marketing. Now, a lot of persons get caught up with the numbers on their app, the number on MetaTrader 5, the number on TradingView. I do not. I'm just letting you guys know. I do not do that. You know why? The time I'm taking trying to figure out difference in numbers, the trade is running. I just jump in, I open up MetaTrader 5, I press buy or sell. I will figure out the numbers after. But right now I need to just buy or sell. There are many persons that hit me up and say, well, the guy said to buy at 58 and I'm seeing it at 52. What to do? I said, well, just press sell. Yeah, you're seeing it. He only placed it 1 minute ago and it probably moved. Just press sell. He said sell, just press sell. Press buy. We'll figure that out after. But they would actually be there and they don't want to press buy or sell because it's not on the correct price point. Just press buy or sell. If you come a whole 30 minutes, an hour after, no, you don't want to press buy or sell. All right, let's go down here quickly. Correct. Okay, profits. Can you send money from your trading account to? Yes. Based on what trading account you have, I use a broker that will allow me to do crypto transaction. The card is a crypto card. It is a crypto card. You're sending crypto to the card and then you're using it to do fiat, in which is paper money, using it to do paper money and Visa transactions, but it's really crypto you're loading on this card. So if you want to do a transaction, $100, $100 US, you send $100 US worth of crypto and then you do the transaction from this. So that will keep having, yes, that gold thing, serious, right? I'll just wait for a correction. Don't sell. I guess it's blatant. I guess I'm not blind or blindly. Well, Jamie, correct. You want to have an idea what it is you're doing. You don't just like because the market could be reversing on you. It took me a good 5-6 months to really start understanding reversals because the reversals sometimes tend to look like either buy or sell, and it's really because the market reversing. The market is kind of correcting itself before it goes the opposite way. So you could end up pressing a buy or sell, and then yeah, all right. So let me stop sharing my screen from this phone. So the funny thing is, there are times I would come on this call and I would literally beg persons to put a question, and today you guys are blazing up the chat, right? So Sean, I couldn't really post what broker in the chat because you have to be very careful of that. If I'm talking to my immediate team, I can do that, but because we're on this type of call, I can't really tell you guys certain things because it may violate what other persons are doing in other teams. So you really want to be careful with trading around brokers and stuff. I'm just telling you guys. Bad actors cause that to be bad too, right? Some persons, they have referral links, and because of the referral links, certain things could happen based on whatever, and it could be a song and dance, right? So you kind of have to be a little more experienced and understand that you really can't like just do that. Right? If I'm talking to my team, I would say certain things because I'm talking to Mr. McSween's organization. I have to be very careful because at the end of the day, I am Kenton Jackson, but he's Gary McSween. Anything I do is really going to fall on him. So it's not really a repercussion just for me. It's more my coach because everybody knows my coach. So it's like if I'm being mentored by him and then I go and scam someone, they're going to say Mr. McSween people, scamming people. They're not going to say Kenton Jackson. Well, probably on the lower end they may call my name, just for you to understand. So certain things that you do may not have repercussions directly to you, but it's going to, like when a child does something, we never know the child's name. But all of a sudden we hear their parents' name all over the place. Those parents are the worst, the child, whatever, and they were not there, they don't know nothing, but they got all the blame. All right? So we're here for a minute. Let me see, Jamie, the difference. The direction of the trade is more important than the accuracy of the signal entry. 100%. Jeremy, go to the front of the class. That's what he just said there, because you know why? No entry is precise. All my entries are wrong. Every single one of them are wrong. Now and again, I might place an entry and it just goes. But most time your entries are wrong. But because of your bias, eventually your bias will play out. If you realize, hey, this thing was doing 111 3, 111 3. You say, okay, I have a pattern 111, and then I do 3 4 5 3. But remember, you wasn't expecting 3 4 5 because you saw 111 a couple of times. That's how the market actually works. But because of your bias and because you have enough money in your account, you didn't over leverage. You could wait out the trade until it goes in your direction. All right, so I'm going to end this here because I didn't want it to go too long. All right, because when the recording is too long to some persons, their attention span is super short. All right, so for all the individuals who have direct questions that I did not answer, you could reach out to me directly, and I will try and clear up whatever questions that you're having. All right, I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Again, you want to have a realistic goal as to what you want to accomplish, and this thing is going to go through the roof. For the persons who it is, you have challenges, you can't pay a subscription or whatever, build the business side. The business side is how you really multiply your money, create cash flow, and impact the lives of people. And impacting the lives of people is more important than making money. Yeah, I said that. Impacting people is more important than making money. Don't let anybody fool you. I used to be fooled at a point in time. I'm no longer fooled. I understand the goal now. The goal is to impact other persons. Somebody impacted me, so I have the skill. And if that, I am so glad that my upline was not someone who was saying, I don't want to share the business. I would not have known. And I came in saying, I don't want to share the business, and then I realized I'm being wicked. No matter if they say yes or if they say no, I'm still going to make money. So I really don't care. If they say yes or if they say no, I just share it. And who's serious, they're serious. And who's not serious, they'll be serious when they see me with my yacht. Just saying. When they see me help someone come from abject problems into setting them free, then they're going to take it serious. Right? So I just hope you guys get something from what we did here today. Again, on Wednesday night, Mr. Walcott is going to be doing a call just like this one. Make sure and clear your calendar. I know some persons tell me, hey, I'm in church. I love the Lord, but the Lord wanted to prosper too. He said, above all, somebody put it in the chat. What he said, above all, I wish for you to what? I think persons miss that, you know. There are some persons tell me, well, I'm in church, and I'm like, but you're broke. I understand that you're in church. And I'm not going against the Lord, but how about if you come and do something, and then you go and you give your church $10,000 in because some persons, your gift is to be a financer for the church. And you are caught up in church and not financing the church. You are not the pastor, you're not the deacon. I know you're probably singing and whatever, that's cool, and I will never go against persons serving the Lord, but I'm just saying let it make sense as well. Actually become something, because you have a family, you have things you have to do. You can't just be in church. If you're financially good already, you could be in church. If you're not that financially stable, you should be making a sacrifice. And I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice the Lord, so I will not have to sacrifice the Lord again. How about that? Make that a sacrifice. Say, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice for 2 years away from the Lord. He's still here. I can still talk to him. He's right here. But I'm going to make this sacrifice. I'm not just going to be in church. I'm going to make a sacrifice. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a new church. How about that? Some persons, they have this thing back to front. They think, well, you know, if I don't know, he's not going to be mad at you. Well, I'm not sure about that, but I don't think he's going to be mad at you, right? So I love and appreciate you guys. Continue having a super fabulous day. Hope to see you guys Wednesday night. And next week, Sunday, I may be doing something a little different next week, Sunday. But I'll keep you guys posted as it goes along, right? So continue having a super fabulous night, guys. I hope you guys got, if you guys got something, I want you to go in your respective groups and post what you got on the call. This is also going to motivate other persons to win. Your small information can actually make someone else say, you know what? I'm going to win too. I'm not going to let Ometa come all the way from Barbados and take the bag. Right, Ometa? Good night, good night, good night, guys. Later.